Are you wasting hours in Photoshop fixing composition mistakes? I'll show you how to avoid these mistakes while shooting. Once you use these tips, your photos will instantly improve and you'll be super happy with the results. Alright guys, tip number 1. Check where your background falls compared to your subject. Most of us focus so hard on the subject that we forget about the background. A horizon line, a fence, or even a building cutting through the head of your subject always kills the photograph. Alright guys, this is how you fix it. Before pressing the shutter and taking a photograph, pause. Move up, bend down, recompose slightly so that the background falls clean behind your subject. That tiny change can turn a snapshot into an unbelievable image. It's one of the simplest composition fixes in photography, but it makes a huge difference. Go higher and the background can fill the frame, making your subject pop. Go lower and the subject can become the clear center of attention in your photograph. And if you must include the horizon line, make it work for you. Let it guide the viewer's eye, like in this case, and this case. Alright guys, so that was how to fix the background, right? Easy. But if you think that the background mistake was bad, the next one is worse. It's the one that secretly drains all the life of your photos. Tip number 2. Centering everything by default. When we are unsure, we drop the subject right in the middle of the frame. It feels safe, but most of the time it makes the photograph flat and predictable. So this is how you fix it. Instead of centering by habit, place your subject intentionally. That's how you take your photo from average to powerful. It's all about composition in photography. Shift slightly left or right to add energy and balance. Give more space where the subject is running or walking towards, like this one, and this one. Do the same with the gaze. When the subject is looking at one side, add more space in that direction. If you put them close to the edge they're facing, the frame feels tight and stressed. Use the rule of thirds to guide the eye or place your subject along the leading line so your viewer's gaze follows naturally. And here's the key. Don't avoid the center completely. Use it when symmetry tells the story, like reflections in the water or a subject gazing straight at the camera. The point here is center with purpose, not by default. Fixing the center weight issue helps, but the next mistake is deadly. It's what makes the photos feel cramped and uncomfortable without you even realizing why. Okay guys, tip number 3, ignoring the negative space. Negative space is not all bad. So many photographs feel so stressed and cramped simply because there isn't much room for the subject to breathe. Don't just leave a little space, make the space speak. Without it, the story feels cut short. So this is how you fix that. Think of negative space as oxygen for your photos. Leave room in the direction the subject is moving. If a horse is running left, give it space on the left side of the frame. If the person is looking right, leave space on that side so the viewer can follow the gaze. Negative space does not mean empty or wasted. It balances the composition, draws attention to your subject, and creates the mood. Too little space feels cramped and anxious, while the right amount adds calm, elegance, and storytelling power. Here is a way to look at it. Imagine your photos printed in a magazine. What could the editor write in the empty space to tell their story? The same image can serve many purposes. One version might simply say warm for a clothing ad, while the other might say together we rule for a team-based company. Start thinking of space as your second subject. Negative space is one of the most overlooked composition techniques in photography, but it can transform an image. As a photographer, you have to place both your subject and the space around it so they can complete each other. Alright guys, even if you use the negative space properly, this mistake that I'm about to tell you ruins photographs drastically all the time. But once you see it, you will never make that mistake again. So let's get into it. I know, you guys must have heard this all the time, but I promise you, the fix that I'm about to tell you is going to be different than what you've heard ever. The mistake is things growing out of your subject's head, shoulders, back, or whatever. What do I mean by that? Twigs, branches, telephone poles coming out of your subject's face, bodies, and so on. It's distracting and it instantly makes the photos feel sloppy instead of intentional. Here is the fix that I've promised you. Alright, before you press the shutter to take your photograph, scan the edges of your frame. Look for anything sticking out of your subject. If you see it, adjust. Take one step to the left, take one step to the right, move slightly higher, drop yourself down a little bit lower, or if you can, shift your subject a little bit. Here's the key: don't always remove the objects, use them at times. A branch, a line, a lamppost can be positioned in such a way that you lead your audience's eye straight to your subject. And if you want to keep the composition exactly the same, shoot it with the smallest aperture. So this way the background blurs and it's not distracting and it's just guiding your viewer's eye straight to where you want them to see. That way, the object can stay in the frame if you want, but it's blurry, so it's not distracting and it's helping you tell the story the way you want it instead of distracting from it. At the end of the day, clean backgrounds are the foundation of strong photography composition. So these are the 4 common composition mistakes and the simple ways to fix them. Remember, great photographs are not just about your subject. They are all about every single thing in your frame that work together. That's the heart of composition in photography. If you want to dive deeper into how to use background and foreground to make your photographs even stronger, watch this video right here. It will show you how to take control of every single layer in your photograph so nothing is accidental. Okay guys, make sure you use these tips. They're easy and anyone can do it. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you.